Let's adjust the camera slightly here. YouTube is still being kind of obnoxious on the camera. So sorry about that. But welcome. For anyone watching this later on replay, this is a live video. The whole point's for me to be able to chit chat with people, answer questions, say hi, etc. All right, so if that's not your kind of video, feel free to not watch. For everyone else, please say hi in the chat box. Let me know where you are tuning in from, and we're gonna have some fun. So I'm gonna give people a minute to tune in. Hey, Veronica. And get this pulled up on my computer so I can chit chat with you guys pretty easily. And then the first thing I want to do is show you guys the bowl and the vase. Hey, Rhonda, from last week. I haven't gotten a chance to put out the video yet. Will probably be tomorrow. But I wanted to show you guys how they looked. The little coaster ones that I did, I put the video out for that already. So if you guys didn't see it, check for that in my past videos from a few days ago. So, or I think I put it up like last Thursday or Friday or something like that because it was so good. I liked it. All right. I need to work on some organization. My organization is terrible right now. There we are. Okay. Excellent. All right. Okay, said I'm elbow deep into resin crafting. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, great. Hi, Steve. Welcome. Welcome to your first live. Hopefully you enjoy it. My name is Marcy. Yeah. So, welcome everybody. All right, we are going to be using a hairdryer today. Don't worry, I've not forgotten. I'm going to show you guys the vase and the bowl from last week. I'm just getting this set up while I'm over here. Gotta make sure you plug it in, you know. Otherwise it doesn't work very well. Goes the other way. Okay, great. Well, welcome, Roberta. Okay, so last week I did a vase and a bowl for my friend. So here's how the vase came out. I love this part. I'm showing you guys my favorite part first. Probably should have saved that for last. The whole thing's really pretty. I kind of wish the silver had been a little more prominent. So I'll probably see if she likes it. If not, I'll just put it up for sale. If so, great. The silver definitely kind of ended up hiding, but I think it's still gorgeous. And then we have the bowl, which I also am in love with. This one kind of has like wild animal vibes. So here's the bottom. And I always pick the pattern I like the best for the inside. But the bottom's still pretty as well. So there you have it. Yeah, so video should be out on that hopefully tomorrow. I haven't had as much editing time this week as I would want. I'm gonna adjust this. And in fact, we're going to be using a spinner today. So hello, happy sips. And actually, I wanted to do something different today with the spinner. We are going to put a canvas underneath and hope that it works out. You wonder how they got so shiny? Because that's how they are. That's the material. All right, so I'm gonna use a 20 by 20 inch canvas. So let me make sure that this can all fit in here. I might have to raise my camera. So people have been begging me to put a canvas underneath the spinner to catch the runoff. It is not going to cover the entire thing. Let me raise this up a little bit. Ooh, there's a mosquito. Oh no. Okay. Yep, I'm giving in. Oh, okay, my bad. It wasn't a mosquito, it was a spider that was hanging from my hand. I got him, okay. I mean, I didn't get him, I just got him off of my hand. But, all right, you guys aren't gonna see this whole canvas while I do it, okay? We're just gonna have to go with that. Okay, and then I'm going to put 12 by 12 inch canvas on there. So you guys can see this whole canvas, correct? And let's hope that this doesn't dent this one too much. Okay. So last year around this time, which it's coming to be like Halloween-ish time, I did a piece that I want to sort of replicate this time, but I'm gonna do it a little bit differently because I'm doing it on a spinner. So let's get some gloves on. I am a spider fan only because they get rid of the other bugs. Otherwise, I'm not a big fan. But seeing as they help me with the other bugs, I'm okay. Darn it, I put my gloves on. Okay, so before you put your gloves on, we're going to attach this canvas to the spinner. So this is a hair, what's it called? Hair cover? Hair plastic cover thingy. Shower cap. And I keep that on there. Unless I'm doing back-to-back pieces, I can leave it on there and just reuse it. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm taking 4 pieces of double-sided foam tape, just very little pieces. And that's going to attach it. Technically, if you don't spin too hard, you don't need the tape, but it's better to be safe than sorry, right? It's still got some of the tape from the last ones. So I probably need to replace the shower cap after this. All right, I always like to test spin it. And here we go. So we're gonna start off with the hair dryer. And basically I'm going for kind of a glow in the dark, creepy Halloween scene, Halloween vibe. Hopefully I have enough glow in the dark paint. Let me just, I have so much Caribbean teal for some reason. All right, oh, there's more glow. Yeah, I should have plenty. I have some left over from last year, so. Yeah, I definitely understand about spiders. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to be using glow in the middle, which is kind of white-ish. And I want a decent amount of this. So there's that. Even if it goes under other colors, that's okay. I am going to use a smidge of white here as well. So tell me at what point you guys remember me doing this last year, because you guys will probably recognize it pretty soon. Hey Erin, welcome. All right, now we're gonna go in with some Caribbean teal. Honestly, I would much rather use Pacific Blue or Deep Sea, but for whatever reason, I'm all out of them, probably because I've been using them a lot recently. But Caribbean teal is one of my all-time favorite colors. And then we're going to use some black. And honestly, I would probably use Deep Sea here instead of black if I had it. I do have a tiny bit of Pacific Blue, so I'm going to throw that in here as well. All right. And now, if you have headphones, I recommend taking them out for a second. So I'm going to use the hairdryer. This is a Remington hairdryer, and I'm using it on high air and on cold. So here we go. I was trying not to blow it all the way to the end because I want to spin it out and I don't want a bunch of drips on the canvas underneath it. So that was maybe a little harder spin than I wanted, but that's okay. So people are always asking me to put a canvas underneath here, and I'm like, okay, let's just go ahead and do it. Why not? I'm excited to see the end result also. All right, I'm going to spin it again, but before I do that, I'm going to fix up the edges here. Just bring that black out a little bit more and spin. It's going to be a very abstract piece, this background one. And it's going to have a lot of drips on it. I thought this would be a cool one to do that with because of the glow in the dark. Also, I just like weird things anyways, so let's let that spin until it stops so it gets as much paint as possible on the background. And actually, it's so funny. I had a whole idea in my head for this background one, but I completely forgot about it until just now. So I'm going to definitely do that again some other time. Probably not with this specific technique, but that's okay. I'm actually going to spin one more time. Needs googly eyes. Alright, we're done with the hairdryer, so I'm going to put that away. Alright, so I'm going to actually move the canvas from underneath. We don't need it under there anymore. And that's not bad. You guys can actually see pretty much the whole thing in the camera. So there you go. Pretty trippy, and it's going to have glow in the dark on it. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Let's get this back in. And I want to make sure that everybody can see this before I do the next thing. Alright, I'm going to take off my gloves for this because I don't need them. And they're going to bug me. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of black paint. And essentially, I'm going to do what is called wet on wet painting here in the middle with the glow in the dark. So I'm going to take a stick and we're going to kind of add a creepy tree scene. Somebody actually asked me to make them another one of these last year, but I didn't get a chance. I'll have to see if I can figure out who it was. Now, if you did not run enough paint off, this is going to be difficult because it'll kind of just disappear as you go, but usually you should be fine. And we're doing this wet on wet because it just makes it a little more unique. And so the goal is not to get a solid picture. If you want a solid tree, you just wait for it to dry and paint that on. You could also do a combination of both. You could do wet on wet, and then also when it dries, you can kind of touch it up. But I really like the wet on wet look. And I'm going to add a little bit of a ground here. Try to make this kind of quirky. It might be interesting to spin it out even after this, but you would definitely warp your tree. So you got to be committed to whatever happens, I guess, if you want to try that. I don't think I'm willing to risk it. And we will definitely look at this in the dark in just a second. I don't know where that branch came from. That must have been an accident. Okay, I think that's good. You can get into endless branch syndrome, but here we are. Thank you, Steve. Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys in for a close-up and then we'll take a look at it in the dark, okay? So camera's gonna shake for a second. And it basically kind of looks like it's with that glow in the dark, a tiny. I really like this kind of looks like roots down here, but who knows, it might move as the paint continues to drip down, just due to gravity, obviously. The one I'm not quite happy with is this, that I might just have to touch that up after it's dry. I honestly don't even know where that line came from. Actually, let me see if I can fix that real quick before we look in the dark. Because that's just gonna bug me. It just doesn't fit. It needs to be its own thing. That's what it is. Okay. If we make it into its own little branch, it's okay. I would prefer it not be there, but if it is, we're gonna at least make it work. Okay, leave it alone. Walk away. Walk away. All right, so here we go in the dark. Remember though, this paint's not been charged in the light or anything really, so it's not going to shine as bright as it would if you charged it. And by charge it, I mean put it in front of a UV light or even out in the sun for a few minutes, but we should have some good brightness. I'm actually going to take it off of the tripod for this. And I might need to close the basically. So as always, I feel like I could do a little better job. I like the wispies, but I really like this. And hopefully you guys do too. All right, gonna turn the light on again. Close your eyes. Spooky. All right, guys. So that is in fact all we have for today, but I did want to let you guys know that we do have some new mystery paint box colors. So in the mystery paint boxes right now, there's tiger orange. You should get glow green unless we sell out of it. There's a really pretty metallic purple. It's metallic electric purple, so it's like really bright. There is green apple, which I think is great for Halloween as well. And powder blue is back for a limited time. And yeah, so grab yours while you can. Now is the best time because you'll get the most brand new colors. And apparently I made an error on the closing sale, so you can still use the code closing through tonight for 12% off of paint and epoxy and split cups, bottle bottoms, artwork, and courses. So that's the code closing on mixedmediagirl.com. Oh, and one other important note, do not leave yet. Who's still here? Say hi in the chat box. Yeah, I know, Rhonda. I totally get it. Everybody look down below Mixed Media Girl and look at the number of subscribers. Because we hit a massive milestone yesterday and I almost missed it. Hello. So, yesterday we surpassed 400,000. Pretty friggin' awesome, huh? Yeah, I do too. I actually really like that bottom canvas. I'll have to show you guys that later in the dark as well, but not right now because I don't really have room for it. Yeah, so it's very, very exciting. And so I'm not sure what I'm going to do exactly, but I'm going to do some sort of a giveaway and some sort of special video or something. I totally missed my 6-year anniversary, which I'm really upset about. So I'm gonna kind of combine it with this. We'll do a fun giveaway, and then let's see how quickly we can get to 500,000 and beyond. So that's pretty exciting. I'm excited. I thought that was awesome. Yeah. Hey, Mama Cat. Welcome. All right, guys, I really appreciate you joining me, and I will see you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of your week.